Part of the reason why I think, last night I was on Chris Hayes' program talking about, what's her name? Laura Linton?
Yeah, okay, yeah. She's a pretty totally, yeah.
Steve Mnuchin's.
Yeah, I remember.
Louise. Linton. And
yeah,
Steve,
she doesn't like when you mix that name up, okay?
She's married to Steve Mnuchin, who is the Treasury Secretary, and she is taking some criticism for attacking somebody on Instagram for not being as rich as she is. And Hayes was wondering, what this is indicative of the same sort of these are people who are supposedly representing some type of populism and are supposedly relating to, the working class. Now, first off, the whole working class thing is just statistically is a myth. I mean, Donald Trump appeals to Republicans and then a handful of other people, literally, who switch their votes. And we don't even know if those people still are supportive of Trump. But Trump's appeal, I think it misses the boat to assume that there's something inconsistent with Trump's appeal as a rich guy to these people, because part of the reason why Trump appeals to these people is not doesn't have anything to do with the fact that he's rich or not rich. Although, Republican voters are definitely trained to believe that the most rich guy in the room, and I do mean guy, is the most morally righteous and the most correct and the most powerful. They've been trained to believe that. But they also appreciate the fact that he speaks at a third grade level and acts like a 7-year-old, because there's no sense, and this is very deeply embedded in the conservative psyche. They don't want their assumptions to be questioned. They don't want to question themselves. And the one type of person in society that you can interact with and be sure that you will not question yourself after that interaction is with children. They just don't have the capacity to challenge you, your belief system in any fundamental way. You can look at a child in the same way you can look at a chair and say, hey, that makes me think about something and I have to self-reflect. But there's no self-reflection there. There's just not going to be any direct questioning because it's a child. And if you don't like the question, you just ignore it. And here's Donald Trump acting like a 3-year-old, saying he won't mention any names, and then mentioning names.
But they all said, Mr. President, your speech was so good last night. Please,
you're a good boy.
Please, Mr. President, don't mention any names. So I won't. I won't. No, I won't vote. One vote away. I will not mention any names. Very presidential, isn't it? Very presidential. And nobody wants me to talk about your other senator, who's weak on borders, weak on crime. So I won't talk about him. Nobody wants me to talk about him. Nobody knows who the hell he is. And now, see, I haven't mentioned any names, so now everybody's happy.
Yeah, I mean, that's Donald Trump acting like a 4-year-old because he's at war with Mitch McConnell, who says, stop attacking my senators, particularly ones who are trying to run for office in 2018. And there he is. I've acted like a good boy. I mean, this is his best Eddie Haskell, right? Except for we're talking about the President of the United States. It's unbelievable.
Not mentioning any names. No names. Not doing it. There's a certain estrogen-filled talk show host that I appear with sometimes. No names. Not doing any names. He has 4 eyes and resembles Rachel Maddow, who's never worked out. No names. Not mentioning any names.
Who's never worked out?
Never worked out once in his life. No names. Not mentioning any names. Yeah, there's a bizarre producer. This is everything on double speed while he moves through his brain cells with ganja like clear-cutting in a forest in the Amazon. No names. There's another producer who has emotional meltdowns every 5 seconds. No names. Not mentioning any names.
Where's my...
The lesbian wants to know where his board is. No names.
All right.
Not mentioning any names.
Okay. Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos.